Hi all, good evening. This is Saif here, and I'm back with one more interview scenario. This is my source data. I have four columns like ID, column 1, column 2, and column 3. I have three records for ID of 10. In my first column, I have a column value as A, the rest two columns as null. Same goes with the second record, null, and the second column value has a B, and third column value has a null. And similarly for the third record, third column value has a value C. So in my output, I want one record like this, 10 A, B, C. So I want to remove the null values. Same goes with 30. So here I have M, here I have N, here I have O. So it's perfectly coming in over here. But if you'll see for the 20 set of the data for 20, so here you'll see J and K, and here you having in the second column for all the three ID values it has null. So this is inappropriate data. So even if a single column does not have a null value, we need to load into another table. So that's what I have loaded into another. I want to load into another table. That's what the scenario says. So let's try to see it practically. I've already imported my source and target structures to save a bit time as usual. This is my source table. I have the data like this. These are my two target tables. If I'll execute this, no data would be reflecting. Let's try to hit the mapping. What I'll do is I'll use a transformation called expression, and in this expression, as usual, I'll write some conditions. Let's pull in the data from upstream. Now what I'll do is okay, so I'll make all this as input port. So let's copy and paste this port, and this would be output port. And let's write some, or let's directly take as an output port, and let's write a small if condition over here. If I want a value in that column, so that would be not is null of that column. So if not is null of which column? Column 1. Then what I need to give? I need to give column 1, else null. So let me validate this. Looks good. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this and just change few column names here and there. So that will save a bit of my time. Let's copy paste. So this would be an output port. Let's change the naming convention. This is an output port, and let's copy paste the code. So this should be column 2, and here it would be column 2. Done. And for the last column, this would be an output port. Let's change the naming convention, and let's paste the small copied code and just change the column name. It should be column 3. So I'm eradicating. Now what I'll do is I'll take these ports ahead, and I just want one set of ID. So I need to have a transformation called aggregator. So I'll group by on ID. So I'll take this, I'll take this, I'll take this, and I'll take this. Let's come over here. So I'll do a group by. Now what I'll do is I'll just copy and paste this port. Again, this would be input and this would be output. Here this would be let's write like this, out of max column. So here I would be taking the max of column. So max of the port column, which is, or let's try to change the naming convention so that the code looks good. Let's come over here. So this is the input port. Again, this is the input port which is coming from expression transformation, and the same. So let's come over here so it won't give me hassles to pick the things. So this is the column 1, max of column 1. I'll do for the both the columns. Now let's go this, and this is the out, this is the in, and let's use max of my second column, that is call to. And let's paste this, I guess, and let's bring this down, and this is call 3, and this is the output port. So this is the output port. Remove the input port from here, and let's write max of column 3. So let's go over here, max. Done. So the first invalid symbol reference. Okay, so it should not have been column 3, but the column name is input of column 3. That's why. Okay, so the first thing is done. So I need to split the data. I'll use a transformation called router. Splitting the data. Let's come over here and let's bring in the ID and the max of column values, that is col1, col2 and col3. Let's go over here, let's go to the groups tab and let's create one group. This is non-dupe or non-null, whatever name you can say. So I'll just use not as null of condition for all the 3 columns. So just copy this so that it will save my time. So that is column 1, and let's go for and. This would be column 2. Let's come over here and that would be column 3. Done. So this will go to my first table. So ID column 1, column 2, column 3. So this will be the first data, fresh data. And what I need to do is I need to join this. Let's first run this mapping and I'll show you what is the output in my table 1, and then we'll change things to get the output as per the expected scenario. Let's create a session. Concatenate ampersand is not allowed. Let's remove that and let's associate the 60. No, I'm not in this one. I should have been in this one. And let's remove this ampersand and let's go for the 64th one. Let's double click over here. Let's go to the mapping tab. Source is from the staging schema. So this is the star schema. Change bulk to normal. We are inserting the data, no update, no delete, and truncate. Let's do the first. Okay, so that is not configured yet, so that's fine. Let's save this and let's execute this. Let's see what happens initially. So executing, successfully succeeded. So if you'll see, 9 records have been read, 2 records have been written, and ideally I should have, let's see, what does the default group takes over there. I should have connected, no issues. So let's run this. So here I'm getting 10 ABC and 30 MNO. So I'm getting my first table data. Now I need to get this. So you might be thinking, so let's the default group and let's connect this, save this mapping. Let's absorb the changes and let's give the connection name for the second table, that is star. Change bulk to normal. We are just inserting the data and let's truncate before loading. So let's save this and let's execute this. So if you'll see, in the first table 2 records and the second table only 1 record. So ideally first table is giving the correct output, that is fine with us. But in the second table there is only 1 record which is coming, and that is this one, which, yes, because we have done a group by. So we are not getting all the 3 records, so that is a concern over here. So that's why I did not take the default group earlier. Now what I need to do is I need to have all the 3 records of that particular department. I guess that is 20. Yes. So what I need to do is, in this I need to have a configuration of a transformation called joiner. So let's join a transformation, and I would be applying a normal join. And I want the entire set of data, so let's pull this over here, and from here I just want the ID column. Let's do properties on sorted input. Yeah, I know, I'll come back over there. So this is linked. So the type of join is normal join, and I would be applying a condition on ID column. So looks fine to me. And let's send the data ahead. So let's send this data over here. So let's save this mapping. Mapping is valid. Let's refresh and let's re-execute. And this time it should give the perfect results as per the expectations. So table 1 has 2 records and table 2 has 3 records. So that is giving good result as per the scenario. Let's test it. So this is the source table, and the first table is giving the correct result like earlier, and my second table I should have all the 3 records from ID 20. So if you'll see 20, 20, 20, all the 3 invalid records. So that's what the scenario said. So splitting all the nullable columns, at least a single column should have a value. So here it had all the null values, so that's why this was returned to an error table, a kind of scenario. So this was the scenario tutorial. So if you like this, do share with your friends, and if asked in interview, please try to share the logic with the interviewer, and that will help you. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you like this. Thank you and take care. Bye.